Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wolverine channel. Today I'm sharing a what most people would agree with the outcome of this traffic stop. I, in other words, have went and studied the authority of Arkansas constables, the original state legislator. And it's the same thing, except there's a lot of variables. There's a lot of stuff that's input that's put in that doesn't need to be there, but it says so inside Arkansas state legislator. So I allowed just the Google breakdown of this that shows what it is. And I do have a video. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not, but I do have a video of an Arkansas constable that chased himself. It's a Jefferson County, Arkansas constable. He has the same powers as the sheriff. He has the same powers as any police officer. He is a peace officer and he's a duly elected just like the sheriff and has the same authority that the sheriff has, except they don't get paid like sheriffs do or police officers do. They are more like a volunteer, but they have all the authority. So there's a bias within the community because the state of Arkansas does not supply them with the stuff that they need, and they only get like $50 a day or something like that. And what happens here is they get delegitimized. But I'm here to tell you the very opposite. That in fact he should. In fact, once I'm going to show you this video, and you guys tell me what you think, because I will break down the powers. I will show you in legislative law, and then we'll talk about it. Let's go. By the way, the siren you're hearing right now is not this police officer siren. It is the constable's siren and lights that you're hearing. You guys see it? Look at it. You see that? That's his lights and siren. So he actually has a marked vehicle with the blue light on it. A blue oscillating light that is a marked police vehicle. See it? There it is. And he just waved this other officer to follow him for backup. Remember, that's his lights and siren going off, not the officer in that was brought into it. Now look what he's doing. You hear the disdain in the officer. The officer don't like the idea that he's going over a curb and the grass. But guess what? They do it all the time. Another bias. Let's go on. They're not treating him equal. Okay, I could see right on the side here, it says Arkansas Constable, and he has his sheriff badge right there. So he's in full plain view and identifying himself as a constable. So 85, listen to this before you go on, before this officer goes on, I looked at the map. The map says that was a 35-mile-an-hour zone. 85 and a 35. Guess what? That's reckless driving. This constable has every right to arrest this person. Oh, yeah. I looked it up and it's true. According to their all police authority, he has it. And they don't like it because of the way he's dressed. How many plain cops have you seen go on the sidewalk, go on the grass, chase people out of their jurisdiction, beat them down, put them in the back of a car and take them down? Wyandotte does it all the time. Legitimately, they do it, and then they do it illegitimately. I have those videos as well. The illegitimate people could do something about. But it just seems like everything's backwards these days. These people do not follow the law at all. And I want to follow the law. I have no problems following the law. I do not break the law. And when people are rude, obnoxious, and they are trying to enforce a law where they have no authority, is when you see me get defensively rude and obnoxious back to them. That is why a lot of people don't like what I do out here, because this is how I roll. If you don't like how I roll, PTFO, sucker. So he's already identified himself. He should have the full force of the law behind him, no matter what. And he should explain to this lady, well, it is marked. He's treating him as he's an unmarked cop. You understand that? An unmarked cop. Can't hear the video? Okay. Let's see if that's true. Can't hear the video? Okay. Let's see if that's true. I can hear it. All right, let's see what's happening. Let's see what's happening. Alrighty, sounds on. Sound is up. Everything good. Make sure we got everything good. And here. Audio. I don't know. Okay, that's working. Microphone. Audio. Audio. Let's see. Yeah, there's no audio. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's not making any sense. I don't know why. It's not making any sense. Huh. That's weird. That's weird. Why am I going through this shit? I don't know. I might have to reboot my computer. Ain't this a bee? Every single time I get it where I need it, it does it again. Ain't this a bee? Every single time where I need it, it does it again. I mean, I hear it. I mean, I hear it. Hmm. Why the fuck is this doing this? I don't know. Could be StreamYards. Could be very well StreamYards. Screwing up. Could be very well StreamYards. Screwing up. Let's try this. So, okay, that's working. So, huh. You know what? Let me get out of this. This should do it right here. Let's start it all over. Sorry about that, guys. So, as we see, this constable that has the same. Authority. Okay, let me make sure this is right.
Me to follow.
Yeah, here we go. We got it. We're good. Sorry about that, guys. It was StreamYards. I had to reset it. Okay, good enough. Let's go.
Hey! No.
How many times have we seen officers go over grass?
Tell them to stay put.
How many times have we seen officers
What are you doing?
go over sidewalks?
Why?
Block approaches.
She'll run at 50 miles an hour. She's running 85 miles an
Who
hour.
are you?
I'm
Who
a
are you?
constable, Jefferson County Constable.
Okay.
Now he just
She's
identified
done stopped
himself.
Light down here, right there she is.
Okay, that vehicle there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me pull over.
Yeah, you let's all move over there.
Now, let me just bring up right now. Let me just bring this up so everybody will see for themselves that this is the fact. Arkansas, let me turn this down. Arkansas constables is an elected peace officer. Look at this, with full police powers within their township. They are considered county officers. Their primary roles and acts are in law enforcement, armed for local justice of the peace of the court. The authority of the Arkansas Constable is defined ever since 1874, the Constitution. Police powers has full authority of the peace officers, including the right to make arrests, conduct traffic stops, and issue tickets. Now, for some reason, these bootlickers that are police officers, they don't like the idea. I'm flipping the script. I'm finally saying, according to their rules, not ours, their rules, this guy has full authority, and he should swear out. Now look at right here. Jurisdiction. While a constable are elected in a township, they are considered county officers. So they have the power of the sheriff. Arkansas's laws grant them full authority. You see that? Full authority within their township through, except jurisdiction is often upon debate is under interpretation. The fact of the matter is, this officer pulled her over for running a stop sign in his jurisdiction and then was speeding in a 35 where he was talking about doing 85. All right. He just didn't have the radio. Okay. They're supposed to pull over because he is a marked officer, but they do gaslight him. When it comes to law and order, I believe this man had full authority, and he should swear out our arrest for this officer for an assault on another sheriff. I'm on the constable side.
Male driver of the truck is claiming to be Jefferson County Constable.
He's already admitting. We already seen in the legislative law that, according to the legislator that he swore an oath to, that he has just as much as authority as the cop does. You understand that? Because he lit that bitch up in his jurisdiction, and she fled. So he should be charging her with reckless driving, stop, disobeying a traffic control device, and fleeing and eluding. So far, he's not getting no backup because he's being delegitimized. This is for you people that think that I'm anti-cop. I'm standing 1,000% behind this constable.
Okay.
Hello.
You just sit tight. Okay. You need to settle down, okay?
Before we go on, how many times do we see plainclothes officers in a very ghosted out cop car fleeing, elude, and or pursue somebody fleeing and eluding, and is all hyped up? That's what this man is. He's all hyped up, right? Because he's got a person that's, while he is lawfully within his duty to do what he's doing, and has the authority to go outside his jurisdiction because she broke the law and fled, and is using the excuse that he didn't look like a real officer because he's in plain clothes. How many times? What if he had backup? What if he had 5 or 6 constables with him and literally dragged her out of the car and put her up and put her in the back of the car? This cop couldn't do a damn thing. He didn't have no backup, and they delegitimize him because he's not paid. It's basically a volunteer, but it doesn't matter. He has the same powers, and that's their way of weeding them out by not backing them up. And therefore, I give them a fail, and we're going to call them all tonight. I'm going to call all 5 cities and say, why didn't you back up your fellow officer?
Right, I've asked you for your driver's license, insurance, registration several times. You run 80 miles an hour coming up Highway 15. You run this stop sign light right down here.
I was scared. You're not in a police.
So is that justification I'm hearing? I was scared. We're always scared too when cops pull us over, but we still got to pull over.
Car.
That is a police vehicle.
You're not in a uniform. How do
Okay, he debunked her. Now she's going down the side. It's like throwing something till it sticks. She's going to keep making excuses.
I know that?
There's
so much going on out here. How do I know that?
Don't holler at me.
You are yelling at me.
Here, do me a favor.
No, right there. This cop is guilty of an assault and battery and obstruction. Period, point blank. If me and you did this, we'd go to jail.
Back up.
You're in my town now. You're going to back up when I...
You hear that? You're in my town now. Do you ever hear officers talk like this to people? That I never hear downriver do that. I'm a cop watcher. I am a professional. This is what I do. I'm a civil rights activist. I see this all day long, and it's lawful. What this officer is doing to this constable is unlawful. If that was a sheriff's deputy, they would be fighting. Real. There would be fists being thrown.
You understand me?
Don't start.
Back up.
This guy's an old man. You can see he's got it. You see this? That's a sheriff. That's a sheriff's badge of the constable. He has the same equal power of the sheriff.
You need to chill out. You need to chill out. Just go over there.
No, don't you tell me what to do. Go. I was going to give you a warning.
Even DNR has the power to pull you over.
Jurisdiction you're in right now.
Yes, I know.
So back up.
It don't matter. I come into this jurisdiction with my lights on chasing her.
Yeah.
I have every right.
That does not look like a police vehicle.
I don't care what
you see how he's delegitimizing them? Because they are not funded. They do not have the same funding as these other road pirates do. Okay? All this guy was going to do was do what he was supposed to do. He was going to pull her over. He wasn't going to write her a ticket. He was just going to tell her to pay attention, to obey traffic control devices, and slow the fuck down.
Hey, back up.
Let me tell you something, buddy.
606. Give me a deputy out here.
Yeah, get a deputy.
Get back. I'm not arguing with you.
I am conducting this stop.
Go over there.
And he is right. He is in charge of that stop, ladies and gentlemen. According to the state legislator. I read it. I showed it to you. If you don't see it, go back. I'm not going over it again.
Don't tell me what to do.
They took advantage of him because he's an old
She
man,
has been nothing but trouble. She pulled away from a traffic stop.
which is called obstruction.
Okay, and I'll figure that out in a second. Right now, you're in my town, okay? So you're gonna chill out. You're not even in your jurisdiction anymore. You didn't
I
call
was
in.
out of my
Did you
jurisdiction
call
when
in
I
a
come
stop?
in here.
Did you let county know that you were coming?
No.
No, exactly. So I don't know any of this is true.
Well, you-
So-
I looked this guy up. He's Arkansas Coal certified to be a police officer. He has full police power. If he does something in his jurisdiction and they flee out, because she was fleeing. And as soon as he opens his door, you'll see on both sides of his door, it says Office of Arkansas Constable right on it. And it's got the state seal. What more do they want? Blue lights, siren, wee woo, pull the fuck over.
You can sit back and
what
wait.
you want to do? You understand? me?
Go.
He's got every reason to act the way he is. And as far as his conduct, how many times have you guys seen officers act unprofessional and get all butthurt because their authority's being stepped on by somebody? How many times have we seen that? We've seen it a million times on my channel, let alone anywhere else. So they could go head on with that bullshit.
I'm not arguing with you.
You ain't
Go.
gonna bargain. I promise.
We need to find out who that guy is.
Oh, by the way, happy fucking Police Day, everybody. And constables, too.
Get
606 dispatch.
He's number one. Listen very close. He's never off duty. Sheriffs are never off duty. They could say they're off duty, but anytime one of their deputies, anytime one of his deputies, or anytime that there is a crime committed inside that jurisdiction, he's on duty. If he sees it, he's allowed to react. So he has his badge. He's in the vehicle that they gave him. He's in a marked vehicle with oscillating, rotating lights that can be seen from 500 feet away. I looked it all up, man. I did my due diligence before I did this story. And I'm telling you, this constable's right, except these police officers are so bold, they do whatever they want, as you've seen. And we, the people, need to put a stop to it because our sheriffs and our constables and our marshals are the highest authority in the nation. They're the ones that actually perceived authority took it away from them, but it's constitutional, legislative. They are the highest officer in the freaking county. A sheriff is the top law enforcement of the county. So is his deputies. And so are they. The constable. He is the power of the sheriff.
Just make note, as said,
I'm going to show you. See, there's a mark right there you could see. You could see the blue light.
comes to be Jefferson County Constable wants to argue with me out here. He didn't call.
Yeah, because he clearly don't have no backup. But I'm going to show you something at the end of this. His backup finally pulls up, and they don't show that.
Anything in with you when
I guarantee it, they were cussing each other out.
he was headed to Lonoke County? Ten four. I had to push him back away from this vehicle. He would not settle down.
You're right on that. Especially in Arkansas. Guys, I'm telling you, it's for this very reason right here. Let me bring it back down. I'm just going to show you the bias. In their bootlicking rights, I got to say it because it's effing true. He's not impersonating an officer at all. Now listen to this. You see this right here? Ready? Uniforms and vehicles. While they possess full police powers, some constables in Arkansas operate without a state-provided salary. You see that? This is why they're delegitimized. Okay? This is why he's going through it. And some are not even have uniforms or marked vehicles. At least this guy had a marked vehicle. You see that? The difference of other law enforcement. The sheriff is the county's chief law enforcement officer and responsible for the county jail. A constable's primaries handles enforcement of the justice. Hello? Police officers, unlike police officers, constables are elected rather than municipal employees. That's why he actually has authority over them. They disrespected this man. They disrespected the office of the sheriff, let alone the office of the township that he came from, which is Jefferson County. There's five that they have 5 legitimate counties in Jefferson County where this guy has jurisdiction. We all understand that. We're moving on. So, what's his scope? Misdemeanors and felonies. While constables can make arrests, they are typically handled misdemeanors less than severe felonies rather than complex investigations. Some may have less training than municipal officers, prompting some, listen to this right here. There it is. Look at that. It prompts some of them, and there's the legislator right there. I didn't mean to go there on you. Okay. Let's go back to this because AI is taking over and it's actually proven my case. Because if you look, our Arkansas's constables, police officers, and it said yes. All right, so it took me to their thing. But what we're seeing here is the critical view of these blue line thugs. Some may have less than training than municipal officers, prompting some to view as less or serious or fake police. They're sworn in. They're elected for 2 years. They have the powers of the sheriff. The sheriff and the constables are only ones that can go up into a White House and actually make an arrest. They could actually arrest any other law enforcement officer in the United States. But see, Obama took that away with an executive order, which in fact Donald Trump brought back. If you guys go and do your research, you'll see that. Getting back to the video. Let's do this.
10-4, stand by.
See that? Arkansas Constable. There, and there's the state seal inside the badge. It's got it on both doors. He's not ghost out, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, God.
I got it.
606. So 28 is going to be 377 X-ray Victor Sam 377 XVS.
See that? Arkansas's Constable. And there's the state seal in there. Okay? He's got a real badge. He's already been confirmed. Okay? And he has providence over 5 cities.
Somebody, I don't know who you call.
10-4. Just relax, okay?
Right, so then there was another truck that was coming from the opposite way, and he was he blocked the whole street. So unfortunately, he's like, that's the police.
So just to let you know, there is Almazer, Arkansas, Humphrey, Pine Bluff, Redford, and Sherrill, Arkansas, and White County, Arkansas. They have 6. There it is. That is Jefferson County. Moving on.
Pull over. Right. I guess it's partner. I guess I don't know.
Damn, Kip. Maybe I can't, man. Maybe I'm guessing, dude.
Behind me, so I guess it's partner. I guess they working together. The other dude was the light.
I got this constable's back.
Like a regular truck.
I believe in law and order, and I believe he was doing his duly elected duty. I think he was so hyped up. I think that he was gaslit and intimidated by the other officers, and they probably have been delegitimizing this guy for a long time. So his 2 years wasn't up, and he was still doing his duty. I'll give him a shout out. Good job, William.
He not in no uniform, no police car truck. He got like it just like a light job.
606. Did Jefferson County confirm if he called in any kind of pursuit?
How many times have you seen me chase out Wyandotte because they didn't call for an assist? I chased them out, right? But that's because they didn't chase them from their jurisdiction, and I got it all on film. This constable saying I pulled her over in it, and she admits she just said it looked fake because it wasn't a traditional cop car. Yeah, right. Right now we got federal officers walking around with freaking things over their face, pulling people out and throwing them in the back of the car. They're making arrests, and that's lawful too. So I don't know what they're talking about. According to Title 8, nobody.
Yeah, so like I said,
the question is, can you read?
Because, I mean, if I was you, I wouldn't have believed it was either.
My opinion is if you're going to be a constable inside of 5 counties, deputize you about 10 people and write it down that they are on call and call for backup in these situations. Hold that guy. You got 20 minutes to hold him, and you hold him and tell him that he's under arrest and he's not going to put him in cuffs, but he's going to show, because I would swear out a warrant for his arrest. Or I would have a county prosecutor, because he has a constable, like a sheriff, has full authority to take a case written and take it straight to the grand jury and get them to write out a warrant. If I was him, I would have pursued a warrant for his arrest.
So you tell me what happened, okay?
Hold on, Eddie. I'm coming from Pine Bluff.
And by the way,
going the back way.
Pine Bluff, I heard through the grapevine the reason why they're doing all this is because he is a deputy in another jurisdiction, and she's getting special treatment.
Whatever.
Uh-huh.
He's going a little slow. I passed him, and then I guess that's when he claimed he turned his lights on for me to pull over. But I'm like not sure to pull over or not because it's not in the police car.
And so you don't have to tell me how fast you were going or nothing. But so from there you passed him.
Yeah, I passed him.
Yeah, and you didn't. Typically, when I pass somebody, I don't look at their vehicle. You didn't look at his. Didn't see any badging, nothing. Okay. And so what happened after you passed him?
And then it was another truck coming from the opposite side. I guess they are in cahoots with each other. I don't know. He literally blocked the street, like forced me to stop.
Isn't that what police officers do? How many times do we see that a day?
Pull over. He let his window down, and so I let mine down a little bit, and then he was like, "You don't see who's behind you? That's the police. Pull over." Okay,
you hear that? Do you guys hear that? So they had another person that knows that he was deputized that knew. So they have some bootlicker tell him he is a real cop and you need to pull over.
And I'm like, whatever. So
you hear that? I'm like, whatever. That right there is incriminating. He should have read her rights, because everything she's saying can and will be used against her in a court of law. Obviously, this constable is scared because he put in his retirement papers after his term is up. All right, because he didn't want to fool with it, because he knew that these police officers are going to harass him until the day he dies, because that's how they roll. You know how the blue line is, and he does too. So he de-escalated and said, "Oh, I don't want to go through this," instead of standing on my authority.
But I have no choice but to pull over because he's blocking the street, and then he gets out the car.
Wait, hold on. Go ahead.
I know, it's funny, isn't it?
10-4. Right now, I've got him chilling out at his vehicle. It looks like he's about to come and talk to me.
Here he's gaslighting. I have him chilling out. You hear that? Now, if this was a state trooper in the same condition, what do you think would happen? You think that if this was a county officer, or how about another constable, because they got divisions there? You think if this guy had a full, up-to-date, and a salary, you think they'd treat him like this? Of course not. They're lying. And they're gaslighting the constable, instead of this piece of shit that ran from him when all he wanted to do was say, "Look, man, I just want to tell you to slow down." Instead, you ran from me. I got his back. We need officers like that, instead of trying to get money off you. Slow down, chill out. We don't need officers freaking trying to steal from us. It's expensive out there these days.
Right.
I wish he was a constable in my area. I probably would have had a few run-ins with him, but I definitely would have gave him a shout out, and I would have had more support for him. He obviously don't have a support system at all.
Okay, so are we calmed down now?
I've been calmed down.
You weren't.
You had no business putting your hands on me.
Well, like I said, you're in my jurisdiction.
No, that's not how that works, officer. You don't put your hands on other officers unless you were trying to stop him from committing a crime. And as you see, he was not committing a crime. Following procedure, you guys only follow procedure when it's right for you to follow it. You guys don't follow procedure anyways. I guarantee it. I can go and audit that freaking town where this piece of crap officer is and find him doing all kinds of things out of policy. I promise you I could. That's how well I know police.
I'm into your jurisdiction, but I left out of my jurisdiction chasing me.
And
You hear that? There's word he's swearing to, and in good faith, he's good.
we're in the process of determining if you even called in a pursuit.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't
How would
intend
we
to
know
even
that?
write a ticket to nobody or even be on patrol.
All right, but
But when I went to sheriff, she passed me doing 50 mile an hour in a 30 mile an hour zone.
okay.
You hear that? That's reckless driving in the state of Michigan. 15 over, you automatically go to jail and your shit gets towed. So the guy did her a favor.
I tried to stop her.
But here's
She pulled over. I asked for a driver's license, insurance, and registration. She refused, jumped in the car, or she was already in the car.
Oh, well, he's got a dirty shirt on. Some of these guys just got done sucking each other up and their breath smells like pee-pee. You don't hear other people complaining about that, do you?
okay. All right.
She run 80 mile an hour from Sherrill all the way to here. Run that stop sign, a light down here.
You got a ticket booked?
Yeah, I got a ticket booked. I ain't out here for toys.
Are you gonna write her a ticket or?
Well, I had planned on giving her a warning until she's pulled all this crap.
He's a constable. He's the only one. He wasn't smart enough to deputize people. He has the power to deputize because he's an elected official. I already looked it all up. He obviously just, I guess that's why he didn't have the backup he needed. And because of that, that's why these pigs are treating him the way they are, because they're delegitimizing his authority.
I asked her multiple.
You see, they do allow him. You hear that word, allow? They allow him, after they assault him, to write the ticket. So obviously he was in his authority. But to arrest her for fleeing and eluding, they're trying to say that this vehicle was not up to date, and they would have ran too. And by the way, you got to remember, her daddy's in law enforcement, so they've already apprised these people. And this is a pissing contest.
What time before she pulled off the first time for driver's license?
You're damn right it's marked. It's marked on both sides. And that's the original marking of all the constables.
I identified myself. I got my badge on. I got the decals on the truck.
You do.
I'm as legal as you are.
Well, our truck has got big giant police on it and blue lights all over it. Now I see you got a blue light.
You guys hear that? They're having a pissing contest. He's comparing his vehicle. You see, well, that one's got sirens and lights all over it, and it's marked everywhere, according to yours. That's a pissing contest. Ask him a question. Get this cop to go on record. How many unmarked do you see that does the same thing when they chase somebody outside their jurisdiction? How many times do you see them rightfully so-called use force while putting these people in custody for running from them? And how many times did you hear, I didn't know you were a cop. I didn't know you were a cop. But they still charged them, convict them, and sentenced them. We all know what's up.
Clearly visible.
Yep, no doubt.
But
I asked her why didn't
It doesn't matter. He was in his county. If you are in your county and that person runs from you, and if you look, it's not that constable's fault that they did not supply him with a radio. They did not supply him with the new vehicle. Basically, he works for $50 a day. Will Butchman. Okay, go look it up. But he has full authority.
she pull over?
You gotta
Excuse
you gotta
me.
think about history in the state of Arkansas with people in unmarked vehicles.
I
pulling
can't hear-
people over.
All right, do you hear that? Do you hear the cop explaining? Listen to this. Let's listen to that again. And while I want to draw your attention right here where my cursor is, and I want you to see that this is an oscillating, rotating light, and this is a marked, clearly marked constable. Okay? Now listen to what he's saying.
Arkansas with people in unmarked vehicles
I
pulling
can't hear-
people over.
Has absolutely nothing to do with this guy. Why are they delegitimizing this marked vehicle? And whoever you are, sir, if you see me, will you please contact me? Please contact me, because we have a following that can't stand the blue line following their rules, and obviously they're not following their rules, and he's gaslighting you, make you think you're crazy because of something of what his perception is, and he is making you to blame. He's trying to say that you don't have an a marked vehicle with oscillating, rotating lights that can be seen from 500 feet atmosphere away. And that's clearly not it. And that's what this cop is saying. Bullshit.
You
Didn't she pull over?
You gotta think about history in the state of Arkansas with people in unmarked vehicles
I
pulling
can't hear-
people over.
Yeah, if I'd have done that,
In hours
I
of
wouldn't even have
darkness.
had my badge on. I wouldn't have identified myself. I'd have pulled them decals off. I've got nothing to hide.
So if you wrote her a ticket, what court would it be out of?
In Jefferson County.
He doesn't have, listen to me very close. In good faith, you only work, Miss Sweatsmenser, whatever you are, you only work with what you have. He doesn't have a radio. He doesn't have an up-to-date car. He's elected and he gets $50 a day for this. All right. Basically, he is, what do they call that? Just above somebody that is a volunteer with full police sheriff authority. He has the power of the sheriff. It's not according to Adam here. This is not Wolvie saying this. This is the Constitution of Arkansas that says this, not me. The legislators duly elected him. Do you hear me? The people duly elected him for that position to have that authority above police authority. He is a peace officer and he is the chief officer of the county.
You can write her a ticket, and then you can leave.
You hear that? You can write her a ticket and leave. Wait a minute. Well, if he has the authority, then he should have arrested her, and he should arrest that cop because that cop arrested him. That cop pushed him back and tried to stop escalating something that he had a right to. This woman was delegitimizing his authority and was fleeing and eluding. If that was me and you, they would have hung us up. She has a cop for a father, and that is why they're delegitimizing this man's authority. I done read on Rabbit.
All right.
That's a matter of opinion, her leaving the scene.
Oh no, she's gonna leave the scene. And there ain't jack shit.
So fleeing and eluding, leaving the scene, obstruction, disobeying traffic control device, and reckless driving, according to the law.
All right. You can write her a ticket if you want to.
You gonna let all that just pass?
Well,
that might be true.
You can write her a ticket.
But y'all let them.
All right.
That's what I tried to explain
You
to
got
him.
a ticket book. You can go write a ticket.
We all know that they have that, lady. Lady, you're looking at the same thing I am. I am sticking up for this constable and his authority in his duty. And these police officers undermined his authority. And he, instead of letting it go, he should have went to the freaking office of the sheriff, drew up a warrant, and went to the grand jury and literally put it in front of a grand jury, got a warrant signed by a grand jury, and went in that punk's freaking jurisdiction, walked right up in their police department, get out of my way or I'm going to arrest you for obstruction. Hand me over this piece of shit. Here's his name, because he did, in fact, assault him. Let's look at this again. Right here. All he's doing is simply, after she's fleeing and eluding, usually they drag you out of the car, right? They drag you out of the car. They cop reeves on you. They put their freaking foot on the back of your neck and put you in cuffs until backup comes. But that's not what happened here. All he did was ask for her information.
Going on out here? How do I know that?
Don't holler at me.
You are yelling at me.
Here, do me a favor.
Here's the police. Run this stop sign.
Okay.
So he articulates everything right here. Watch.
Okay.
He does what he's supposed to do.
All right, I've asked you for your driver's license, insurance, and registration several times. You run 80 miles an hour coming up Highway 15. You run this stop sign light right down here.
I was scared. You're not in a
You hear that? So you're not in a police officer, a police marked uniform. That is all lies. Listen to this.
car.
That is a police vehicle.
You're not in a uniform. How do I know that?
I was
There's so much going on out here. How do I know that?
Don't holler at me.
You are yelling at me.
Here, do me a favor.
Just back up.
You're in my town now.
I
You're going
don't-
to back up when I tell you to
No,
back
don't
up. Do you
start,
understand
buddy.
me?
Don't start.
Back up.
You
I'm
see that
gonna
crap?
yell at this.
That's obstruction and assault, and that needs to be dealt with. This cop clearly committed a violation against his constitutional oath. He clearly undermined this cop from doing his duly elected duty. That is obstruction. That's color of law, ladies and gentlemen.
You need to chill out. Just go over there. I'll
No,
talk to you
don't you tell me what to do.
Go.
I'm glad you understand. I'm glad you understand, lady. And I know you're not a bootlicker. I know none of my people are bootlickers. We are not anti-cop. We're anti-bad cop. This is a bad cop that's stopping this duly elected power constable that has the power of the sheriff and is elected to duties to pull over and do traffic stops. He's allowed. It says so in the state legislature.
What jurisdiction you're in right now?
Yes, I know.
So back
It
up.
don't matter. I come
Back
into this
up.
jurisdiction with my
Go.
lights on chasing her.
Yeah.
I have every right.
That does not look like a police vehicle.
I don't care
from the
what
front.
you
You
think.
understand me? Back up.
Let me tell you something, buddy.
606. Give me a deputy out here.
Yeah, get a deputy.
Get back. I'm not arguing with
I
you.
am conducting this stop.
Go over there.
Don't tell me what to do.
Who's doing that? Low dimes. They got grappling nuts. They shoot out cop cars in Livonia. What are you talking about, bro? What am I missing? They took his gun. Hey, what's going on? Jonathan, how you doing, buddy? Oh, thank you for my dinner.
She has been nothing but trouble. She pulled away from a
You want a bite of it? Take a bite.
Okay, and I'll figure that out in a second. Right now,
Okay.
you're in my town, okay? So you're going to chill out. You're not even in your jurisdiction anymore. You didn't call
was
in.
out of my jurisdiction.
Did you call
when
in
I
a
come
stop?
in here.
Did you let county know that you were coming?
No.
No, exactly. So I don't know any of this is true.
Well,
so you can sit back and
what
wait.
you want to do. You understand?
Go. I'm not arguing with you.
You
Go.
ain't going to argue. I promise you.
What he meant by that is that he's going to write that ticket. And he did. I'd like to find out what happened to that ticket. All right, I will.
606 dispatch. Just make note, as said, he claims to be Jefferson County Constable, wants to argue with me out here. He didn't call anything.
Yeah, he did. He wrote her a ticket.
Lonoke County.
They just did. See, they didn't show the rest of it, but I got the story where there's a court date set. This was just this month. Okay, we're at the 1st. Just happened about 4 days ago.
10-4. I had to push him back away from this vehicle. He would not settle down.
See? Okay, let me ask you a really good question. Anybody in here? How many times have you seen police chase people for so long that their adrenaline's up and they're trying to do their duly elected thing? They know that this person has multiple violations and should go to jail. He was trying to do his stuff. All he did was ask her for her driver's license, registration, a proof of insurance, and he probably was going to let her go. But after all this, he should have done an arrest, and they wouldn't let him do it. Therefore, that is key component to define what obstruction of a cop is, to stop him from doing his duly elected duty.
Stand for standby.
Oh, wow. Send me that link, Low Dimes. Maybe I'll do a story on it. All they're doing is delegitimizing this guy. That's all they're doing.
I got it.
606. So 28 is going to be 377 X-ray Victor Sam 377 XVS. Temple. Hey, just relax, okay?
They have this constable.
That was coming from the opposite way, and he was.
Ladies and gentlemen, I believe with all my heart that they have this constable, these police officers in neighboring towns, they have him on their crap list, and they are copying Reeves right now.
He's like, that's the police. Pull over. I guess it's Parker. I guess I don't know. He was behind me in the other way, so I guess it's called. I guess they work together. But the other dude was a light truck. Like a regular.
Did she just say, I guess he's pregnant? What?
I guess they work together. But the other dude was a light truck. Like a regular truck. And then he came out of hospital and started talking about, I need to see your license and your registration.
Hold up a second.
I I guess it's Parker.
I guess he's pregnant. What's she saying? Was she?
I guess it's Parker. I guess I don't know.
What the hell? Hold up, man. I guess. Wait a minute.
Pull over. I guess it's Parker. I guess I don't know.
I guess it's partner. So she's talking about the other guy. Where did he go? Thank you. Thank you. You hear that? You hear how she's not telling the truth? It is marked on both sides, and he does have an oscillating, rotating light. It is the minimum, but that's all he needs. He's a constable.
606. Did Jefferson County confirm if he called in any kind of pursuit? Yeah, so like I said, we're just relax, okay? Because, I mean, if I was you, I wouldn't have believed it was him.
See how they're giving her justification? You know how cops say to people when we're doing audits, unfortunately, we can't. This is another one of those situations. Yeah, I wouldn't if I was you either. It's led to a presumption, which this cop clearly could see that it's. If he was telling the truth and if there wasn't a bias, I promise you, this would be an entirely different situation if they didn't have a bias against this man. There's a bias there.
So you tell me what happened, okay?
Hold on, Eddie. I'm coming from Pine Bluff. I'm going the back way or whatever. He's going a little slow. I passed him, and then I guess that's when he claimed he turned his lights on for me to pull over. But I'm like not sure to pull over or not because he's not in the police car.
And so you don't have to tell me how fast you were going or nothing. But so from there you passed him.
Yeah, I passed him.
Yeah, and you didn't.
Do you hear that she just admitting that she was fleeing and eluding a constable in the state of Arkansas, which is punishable up to 2 years, and it's a felony?
Typically, when I pass somebody, I don't look at their vehicle. You didn't look at his? Didn't see any badging, nothing? Okay. And so what happened after you passed him?
And then it was another
objection leading the witness.
A truck coming from the opposite side. I guess they are in cahoots with each other. I don't know. He literally blocked the street, like forced me to stop and pull over.
He's leading her.
He let his window down, so I let mine down a little bit.
And he's putting his presumptions in there. I wouldn't have stopped either. All because her daddy's a cop.
And then he was like, "You don't see who's behind you? That's the police. Pull over." And I'm like, "Whatever." So.
You hear that?
But I have no choice.
She was told by another person, "That's the police. Pull over." And she's like, "Whatever." Boom. More factual evidence against her.
But to pull over because he's blocking the street, and then he gets out the car.
Okay, hold on. Go ahead.
These guys have been around since the 1800s, current, and that are current.
10-4. Right now, I've got him chilling out at his vehicle. It looks like he's about to come and talk to me again. All right, just sit there.
They cut this video in half, and I'm going to FOIA request the rest of it, and we'll do a story on it, because at the end, you'll hear the lieutenant say, "Well, now his backup's here," and then all of a sudden it cuts out.
Okay, so are we calmed down now?
I've been calmed down.
You weren't.
You had no business putting your hands on me.
Well, like I said, you're in my jurisdiction.
I come into your jurisdiction, but I left out of my jurisdiction chasing her.
And we're in the process of determining if you even called in a pursuit.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't intend to even write a ticket to nobody or even be on patrol.
All right,
but when I went to sheriff, she passed me doing 50 mile an hour in a 30 mile an hour zone.
Okay.
And I tried to stop her.
But
and according to the constable and what the duties of the legislator, I wrote, if somebody commits a crime in front of him, whether he's on a pattern or not, because he's considered like on a basis of being a, what do they call that? A volunteer, because he only gets $50 a month or $50 a day for the days that he says that he's on duty, which is every day, of course, because $50 a day ain't nothing. So he's out and he's trying to collect revenue just like anybody else. She fronted him off doing 50 and a 35. Come on, man. You know that's reckless driving.
Over. I asked for a driver's license, insurance, and registration. She refused, jumped in the car, or she was already in the car and took off.
All right.
She run 80 mile an hour from Sherrill all the way to here. Run that stop sign, a light down here.
You got a ticket booked?
Yeah, I got a ticket booked. I ain't out here for toys.
You want to write her a ticket or?
Well, I had planned on giving her a warning until she's pulled all this crap.
All right.
I asked her multiple times.
There's a guy that did a story on this, and he sounded like a bootlicker, and he also sounded like he's a cop lover, you know. So he listens to cops more than he does anybody else, and he did not stick up for this constable. So me as a cop watcher, me that has a 2-year degree in law, and me understanding that this traffic stop was lawful. Now, you guys can believe whatever you want, but Wolfie's telling you the truth. It was a lawful traffic stop.
Before she pulled off the first time for driver's license, insurance, and registration, I identified myself. I got my badge on. I got the decals on the truck.
You do.
I'm as legal as you are.
Well, our truck's got big giant police on it and blue lights all
You hear that? Our cars got big. Listen to them gaslight them.
over it. Now I see you got a blue light on there. It's clearly visible.
Yep, no doubt.
But
I asked her, why didn't she pull over?
You gotta think about history in the state of Arkansas with people in unmarked vehicles.
I can't help it.
But he's not unmarked, so that doesn't apply to him. See, they're throwing crap to him and enforcing feelings, guys.
Yeah, if I'd have done that, I wouldn't even have had my badge on. I wouldn't have identified myself. I'd have pulled them decals off. I've got nothing to hide.
So if you wrote her a ticket, what court would it be out of?
Be in Jefferson County.
Okay. You can write her a ticket, and then you can leave. But she's not going to jail. All right.
That's a matter of opinion, her leaving the scene.
Oh no,
she's gonna.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that? This cop right here, he's guilty of obstruction too. I don't know why somebody ain't doing something about this. I'm going to call the state legislator, see if I can't help push this.
Running stoplight.
All right. You can write her a ticket if you want to.
You gonna let all that just pass?
Well, it happened in your jurisdiction. You can
right.
write her a ticket.
That's right.
All right.
That's what I tried to explain
You
to
got
him.
a ticket book. You can go write a ticket. But then y'all are going to part ways, and that's going to be the end of it.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
What is it?
Constable of Jefferson County pursued this vehicle here seemingly without calling it in. And she was fearful that he wasn't a real cop.
I mean, I would be too.
And so that's where we're at. And I had to push him back away from her vehicle because he would not calm down.
So what's he writing her ticket for?
I guess speeding that she did through Sherrill. I don't know how he
got it
expects
clocked
to
in?
hold it. That's what I'm wondering. But he can write her for whatever happened in his jurisdiction. But
So what do you stop her?
Are you guys listening to this? They're conceding to half of his power. You hear that? They know damn well if England was to go into Jefferson County and have the same thing happen to them in one of their ghost out cars or one of their old cars that's doing police duties, they would uphold everything he did. She needs to be put in cuffs, sit in the back of the car like anybody else, a catch and release. But fleeing and eluding is a felony. You're supposed to go to jail for that, and that's anywhere. That's a 2-year felony here in Michigan.
That's the easiest way to settle this.
Like, he said what's on.
So he's a constable in Jefferson County.
Yeah, can you hear him?
And can you hear me, sir?
Hey, yes, I hear you now.
Hey, it's Officer Harper over at England.
Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we found a good cop here. I believe this constable was right. And I believe under good faith, these criminals with badges, I'm going to call them and I'm going to cuss them out. Is what I'm going to do. That's the only recourse that I could do, because I can't stand when people rip up the Constitution. This constable had every right to arrest her, and they obstructed his lawful duty. They need to be stripped of their freaking thing, not retrained. They need to be stripped of their powers and put on a desk.
This is a constable that pulled her over. We're verifying his identity, but the most that's going to
You hear that? That we're verifying his identity. They already verified it. The police already came back and said he is an acting 2-year elected official that has the power of the sheriff.
is he's going to write her.
I'm going to keep saying it because people don't get it, and nobody's speaking for them. So I'm going to keep speaking for them.
Whatever happened,
I think
and
she said she ran a stop sign or something. All right, so now listen, the citation is to come to court and fight it, okay? Right? That's a summons to appear. Under no circumstances.
Don't call Whoopi. They're just doing their jobs. I'm calling them, all right. I'm going to tell them I think they're political hacks. I think they're delegitimizing him because they think he is more of a, he's not legitimately getting the money that they're getting up to standard. So they automatically look at him as the guy in the back of the bus. You know, there's always somebody at the back of the bus where you work.
Is anything else going to happen? I promise you. Okay? He will go to jail before you will. Okay? Because he was causing a scene out here.
that's
Low dimes people.
he can technically
He
cite.
can write you a citation.
Yeah.
And y'all can go
Low
to court
dimes
on
doing
it.
the same thing I'm
But
doing.
that's going to be the end of it.
You hear me
And
laugh?
if anything else happens,
Now you hear this?
we'll deal with that, all right?
You hear that? You hear that? More obstruction, more conspiracy.
And y'all can go to court
Conspiracy to obstruct.
on it. But that's going to be the end of it. And if anything else happens, then we'll deal with that, all right? Where you live at? You live in Scott? Okay.
So real quick, can I just get your ID? That way I can log who you are. And like I said, technically he can cite you for whatever happened in his jurisdiction. But
So
him saying
that sheriff over there is treating him like garbage because he's in another county. I'm telling you, you guys, they are after this guy because he's clean and he's good and he's honest. I think we found our honest cop because bad cops will not back up good cops. Listen to this deputy that's not in Jefferson County. He's in Harrison County or whatever that is. And he's over there talking about, you're in our county and you're pursuing this vehicle.
And like I said, technically he can cite you for whatever happened in his jurisdiction. But him saying that you were fleeing into here and running a stop sign, yeah. If you were fleeing, you wouldn't have called. Well,
if I was to get an up and up conversation with this cop about this constable, he would say, you know what? If the guy would have followed procedure, we probably would have backed him up. I don't believe that one bit because half of them don't even follow procedure. You guys know that. You've seen it on my stuff. I got 39 videos and 9 of them are out of their jurisdiction, sitting there patrolling in the middle of the highway, waiting for a bigger bite of the apple 2 miles out of their jurisdiction to pull somebody over that never asked for an assist, not once. Don't worry about it. It's all good. And people want to play their little games. Let them play their little games. You want to bring down big hammer on little guy? That's okay. You're going to have to answer to God from me, because I'm watching people being dealt with right now, because all I have to do is shut my mouth and God is going to fight that battle. What?
But then you told me it's because I passed it.
There you go. Yeah.
Hang on, man.
Yeah, just keep that out in case he needs it for his
What did
whatever.
he say he stopped you for?
He said because I passed it.
Because you passed him?
Yeah.
They didn't say it was about speeding, nothing? And then he asked you for your driver's license multiple times?
But
I didn't stop either, did
No,
Yeah,
the
well,
only reason
so-
I stopped was because
She was
somebody-
reckless. She was reckless, Jonathan. Anything over 15 miles an hour over the speed limit, that's everywhere, all over the United States. That's considered reckless driving.
Whoever he was called or was with blocked the street. And I was forced to pull over.
Yeah, so apparently there was a second vehicle.
Yeah.
She did stop, and he came up and said,
That?
whatever with, and what he's wearing in the vehicle. I told him I wouldn't have believed he was either.
I wouldn't either. I told him I'd have left too.
That's why when I saw him behind her when I was coming
Yeah.
through here, I radioed.
Well,
I said,
that's
"There's
why
a
you got a Second Amendment, my man.
vehicle with blue lights behind her, but it doesn't look like no police vehicle."
Look, I called England Police Department and they told me to stop here. It should be an officer meeting. So that's what I did.
So you're fine.
Actually, he don't, because none of them follow procedure. Low dimes. You got come on. You've been on my channel many, many times where they have Wyandotte, Southgate, Allen Park, where they have went out of their jurisdiction, and I would let the people know, do you realize what jurisdiction you're in? And they would answer, oh, no, we're in Allen Park. No, you're not. You're in this jurisdiction, and blah, blah, blah. And he's from another jurisdiction. Did he actually light you up in before that specific street down there? And sometimes it was yes, sometimes it was no. And most of the times those cops that was on those stops let that person go. That is what my experience was.
He's gonna write you a warning, okay?
Because of my camera.
And then you and your dad
See that? Her dad's a cop.
talk to whatever authorities there are in Jefferson County about this, okay? This is the most peaceful, quickest way to resolve this. All right? That warning doesn't require you to do anything. Except promise not to do it again.
So if he's allowed to give her a ticket, then he had full jurisdiction. Why are they doing this? That's because they're delegitimizing him and they're obstructing him. Man, I got to get a hold of this guy. Yeah. They always feel, you know how people feel entitled? See, now this guy is, now you guys want to see the blue line at work? This right here is what he's doing to his own. Look at this. He's taking pictures of this duly elected official. See, he works for a duly elected official because he's a deputy to the neighboring county. So he's looking at this and he's taking a picture of that. Okay? Trying to delegitimize it. They are trying to get rid of him. They don't want him to run no more. They don't want people like him because he's honest. I would be willing to swear. See how they're all doing it, and see how they follow. See how he's doing the same thing now. See that? See that? They're writing supplementals and try to delegitimize. I'd like to get a hold of those supplementals. If I had the money, I'd do it all. I'll verify you've been around a while, and then it's more likely than not likely that you're educated. You guys look at that four-wheeler. Four-wheelers ain't. Are they legal in? Are they legal to drive on the streets in that county in Arkansas? Can you have a four-wheeler on the streets, guys? See it? He's driving through parking lots.
He's out of control. You just need to go on down the road.
See that? He's out of control. No, if you were all hyped up chasing somebody through 5 cities, okay, and then finally get to the jurisdiction closest to your dad's jurisdiction, now you got friends, and now they're delegitimizing a guy that they think has less authority than them. Here, let me show you guys something. Even Google sees the bias, but I mean, I just don't understand how. Let me show you something. Where's that at? This is the matters. Poorly trained fees are collected, and constable as law enforcement. Blah, 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 blah. Which one was it? Was it this one? Yeah, right here. See this? This is their scope of their. This is their scope. It says in Arkansas, a constable is elected officer that has full police power within the township, though they are considered county officers. Their primary role is to act law enforcement armed for the local justice of the peace. You see that? The authority of Arkansas Constable is defined since 1874. The Constitution includes police powers, semicolon. A constable has full police authority of a police officer, including the right to make arrests, conduct traffic stops, and issue tickets. Civil and criminal duties. They authorize to enforce both civil and criminal. What don't they understand about that? You see this? Jurisdiction. You guys ready? Constables elected in the township, they are considered county officers. Arkansas law grants them full authority within the township. Okay, let's look down. Uniforms, they don't, even though they have police powers and authority, the constable in Arkansas operate without a state budget, provided salary. They don't have it. He only gets $50 a day. And some may not have uniforms and marked vehicles. This one did. Difference from the other law enforcement. While sharing powers with the police officers and constables and distinctions, sheriff. The sheriff is, you guys remember this? They said he has the equal power of a sheriff, right? Sheriff. The sheriff is the county's chief law enforcement officer and is responsible for the county jail. Police officer. Unlike police officers, constables are elected rather than municipal employees. Now get this. Misdemeanors and felonies. While constables can make arrests, they're typically handled misdemeanors and less severe felonies rather than complex investigations, meaning murder investigations and all that other stuff. Some may have less training than municipal police officers. Listen to this. Prompting some to view as less serious or fake police. You guys see that? Do you see that? Do you see? I'm telling you, they are delegitimizing this constable, and they need to be held accountable. I'm telling you that right now. They need to be held fully accountable for what they did. They obstructed this man, and they're responsible for delegitimizing his power, and they assaulted him, all that good stuff. I'm telling you, they're wronger than two left feet. And I just proved it to you. Now, I want you to listen to the end of this, because his people come up, and he did write a ticket.
You going to Scott? Is that where you live? We got all your information for witnesses.
I got her.
Yeah, we
license.
just need your phone number and all that.
Yeah. I'll grab that from
You hear
real
that,
quick.
witnesses?
Hey,
Oh, I
lucky
already
you stopped
scanned
a
that.
nice lady and not some
You hear that?
older England.
These officers are trying to get rid of him. And I read where he put his papers in, because he's the last honest cop in that area, guys. That's what I believe. I'm going to call him and give him a thumbs up before I'm going to see if I can get a hold of him.
Resident out here.
Stand by.
Here, I already scanned that with my thing. So what's your phone number? Okay. And that license that was on your ID, is that still your current one?
Yeah.
Okay. Should be fine.
I want you to go over there in that parking spot over there.
Oh, she's free to go.
Oh, you already got her info?
I got it.
Okay. Yeah, you're free to go.
Yeah, no, she's good to go. We're not doing this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, almost forgot. He almost drove over the ditch to turning into the
Nothing to hide.
So he's probably the last of the Mohegans of honest cops. See how they're all tattooed up? Look at him. Check him out.
No
He
doubt.
ain't got no tats.
I asked her, why didn't she pull over?
You gotta think about history in the state of Arkansas with people in unmarked vehicles.
I
pulling
can't help
people over.
It's a marked vehicle. You see, this is why I want to just, reach out with one hand and just like to these people, because it's like, man, what is wrong? So we're looking at the last honest cop here, and I'm going to call him up right after this ends. But I want you guys to see this.
He's out of control. You just need to go
He's out of control, huh? Okay, keep gaslighting him.
on down the road. You going to Scott? Is that where you live? We got all your information for witnesses.
I got her.
Yeah, we just
license
need your
and-
phone number and all that.
Yeah. I'll grab that from you real quick.
Yeah, they let her go.
A nice lady and not some.
See that? I think she's a nice lady. He gave her a ticket, but they made it a warning. They're calling it a warning, but he said he was writing her up.
President out here.
Here, I already scanned that with my thing. So, what's your phone number?
See, what they're doing is they're all doing supplementals on him, and they're acting as witnesses when they're all the time. If anything, it proves obstruction. It could be used against him if they get the right AG in there.
Okay. And that license that was on your ID,
Power does what it wants.
is that still your current one?
Yeah.
Okay. Should be
Did you hear that? The plate was even not registered correctly. Listen to that again.
And that license that was on your ID, is that still your current one?
Yeah.
Okay. Should be fine.
Jeez. This is nuts. You guys got to stick up for people like this because he's the last honest cop. They're all corrupt, man. That's because he's got backup on the way. They're telling him to pull over there.
Free to go.
Oh, you already got her info?
I got it.
Okay. Yeah, you're free to go.
Yeah, no, she's good to go. We're not
Wow.
doing this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, almost forgot. He almost drove over the ditch to turning into the.
See, they're trying to write him up, and he just waved it off. Did you see that? Look at that.
We're not doing this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Watch how he waves it off.
Oh.
He's their
almost
lieutenant.
forgot. He almost drove over the ditch to turning into the.
See how he waved it off?
He was trying to follow her.
Wow.
I got out. I said, "What are you doing?"
It doesn't sound like it's a good traffic stop, so we should.
Yeah, you guys do it all the time. Except you scare the shit out of people for real, and you hurt them.
Stick around, make sure you don't follow her.
Yeah.
See that's what happens when you have a police lieutenant as a father,
Looks like you guess
because he's in another jurisdiction. They didn't mention the jurisdiction. They just said he was a police lieutenant.
back up now.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here comes his backup now. Look.
Oh, almost.
Watch
forgot.
this.
He almost drove over the ditch to turning
Listen
into
to this guy right here.
He was trying to follow her.
Right here. Over here. Okay, you see this? I want you to look all the way over here and listen to this tyrant right here.
Wow.
I got out. I said, "What are you doing?"
It doesn't sound like it's a good traffic stop, so we should.
Now, he looked over there in the entrance, and now he's sticking his chest out, and he sees that this constable's backup is arriving.
Stick around, make sure you don't follow her.
Yeah.
Looks like you got some backup now.
Yeah.
See that? It looks like he's got some backup now. Why'd they stop the video? Man, guys, this is bad. I smell bacon, man. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what we're seeing here. We're seeing bacon. We're seeing people that are bad cops. And this is the problem that I have with police. They go overboard and they arbitrarily enforce whatever they want. And there's no oversight. And when you do try to put oversight on them, what happens? You write them up, they investigate themselves and say, I didn't do anything wrong. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do nothing wrong. You know? I mean, that's why James Freeman. Anybody know James Freeman here? Let's look up him real quick. His last video is short and it's really good. It's really good what he did. And it's the size of what's really happening. It really is. As much as James Freeman trolls people, you know what I'm saying? I think that the video that he just released is one of the best trolling vehicle. Where the hell is? Why ain't it coming up? Did he take it down or something? Visit channel. Videos. I think he took it down. He did take it down. Or was it a live stream? Yeah, he took it down. Did you guys see that one? He took it down. Or was it under another one? Does he got another? In a minute. Maybe it's under fake news. Because that was a good one. I should have downloaded it. Let's see. Did anybody see that one? Fake News Network. I don't know, it might be under this one. Videos. No, that one's from 8 days ago. And this ain't him either. This is it. And this. Nope, it's not under this one either. I don't know what he did with it. Everybody knows, but yeah, it's kind of silly. I think he just took it down. I don't know why, but he did. Did anybody see that one go? Nobody see it? I just seen it the other day. Where that police officer, let me look that up. Police officer shoves pacifier down baby's throat. Let's see. Maybe it's under this one. Huh. I don't know, man. I'm surprised none of y'all seen that. See, that's why I like putting it back out on my channel, because people don't see it. Anybody in here right now did see James Freeman do the standby? It might be something else. He either took it down or it was on another channel. Maybe it's on that other channel where they're actually doing let's see. Cops defend citizen from office. Yeah. Get in my history here. Stand by, guys. I'm sorry. Cops evil roll shame the moment he realized. Nope, that ain't it. Dun, 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 dun. Chief suspended after choking a man. Oh, that ain't it. Yeah, he took it down. He took it down. It was a good one, too. started. The day. Oh! I'll never forget the day they started that. Oh. Okay, boom, 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 bam, bam, boom, 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 boom. I'm really surprised people didn't see that. Fake news busted security guy. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I'm usually on my shit, but yep, they took it down. He's probably gonna use it for something else. Oh, you saw it? Okay. Okay, you remember it? Okay. Good. Not much, just editing garbage. Okay, gotcha. All right, Willie. Hey man, thanks for coming, y'all. Make sure you hit that like button and understand that we, as the guardians of our country that delegate the authority out here, we are not anti-cop. We're just anti-bad cop. We have no beef with good policing. We want to see police officers actually keep the peace, okay, and be a partisan, a bipartisan person without any come without any preservations of any bias. If you are a police officer and you come up on a scene and you automatically have a bias, you probably should wait for backup and be honest, because that's what makes you a good cop. Exigent circumstances is a totally different situation, but that don't mean you get the cop Reeves either. Yeah, you don't think it was him? I'm imagining an ass will be that red truck. Let me see. Not much, just editing. Add in my flair. I was gonna ask Wolby if he minds if I shout out his channel in a clip and he asked if it was in that red truck. I don't know. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but all right. Anyway, hey Brent, how you doing, buddy? It's good to see you. Anything else? I don't think I have anything else. I started off doing some crazy stuff here because I've had nothing but issues with my computer, um, and the the connections were messed up. And I guess when my wife went to cleaning, she pulled some stuff out. It was loose, which caused I don't know if you guys know the difference between HMDI and a J cord. A J cord is the one that has something similar to it, but it has a point on the right side of it. And bam, you plug it in just like you would an HMDI. But it's better. It gives it comes out in 5K. Okay, it records and displays a signal of 5K, and it's really good. I could see the difference between this screen and that screen because I hooked this one up in an HMDI and hooked the other one up in that because I needed a longer cord and I needed to get back in what I do. I'm tired of not having, I usually have 70, 80 to 300 people in my live streams, and I'm losing it because I continue to, what do they call that? Uh, a lack of interest. I haven't been feeling well, over medicated on some things. My heart medication was too much. There was some other medications that I've been on for 10 years that because I'm on palliative care, but it is what it is. And I am reclaiming my life, and one day I'll write a book on it. And I will tell you how unfair, and I will be speaking for millions of Americans when I do it. Millions of Americans have went through and has been through a lot. Includes police, this includes firemen, this includes blue collar, white collared workers. This includes people that fall down and got boo boo and was prescribed medication that they should have never been had, because our receptors are just as good. But Unfortunately, my body, my receptors wasn't kicking in. My body kept dying. That's why I died so many times. And they had to put me on life support. I was dying on life support because of the pain. So they kept shooting fentanyl in this body because, while you're under and they're running a straight bag through you, like when you're doing surgeries, you'll piss it out in 5 minutes. And they could do it like 6 or 7 times because the body needs relief. It can't handle all that pain. And they give you a long lasting, what do they call that? A stabilizer that helps you with anxiety, that helps the body with anxiety and post-traumatic stress. And it's on anti-anxiety medication. It just keeps you. That's what happens when they do to patients that are 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 on hospice. They give you something 50 times stronger or 100 times stronger than Xanax, and it totally knocks you out. You don't even have conscience. And then they give you morphine to slow your heart down, and boom, you're gone. You die. You just go. You slip out. If anybody remembers Langling, that's what happened to her. Does anybody here remember Langling? It could be pronounced something else, but I think it's Langling. It's a woman that was in this community a few years back, and Jeff from Tyrant Hunter, South Carolina, let her spend the rest of what her life was on his channel, and then she said goodbye to everybody, and they gave her medication, and she slipped into eternity. And that's that. And it's scary. Lang, yeah, I think that's it. You remember, right? You remember? Give me a 1 if you guys remember her. And G is editing my videos and wanted to know if it was okay if you shouted them out. Oh, I mean, I don't know why I wouldn't, man. What's up, G? Willie G33, what up, baby? Yeah, right? What's up? Yeah. Deplorable is one of my locals. He's a good guy. I gotta put a handshake on him one day. So you do remember her. Okay, good. Landalee Lang. Okay, yeah, that's her. Her picture looked a lot younger than I had no idea. She was cursed with I hope she's blessed, but her body was cursed with pancreatic cancer. And those of you know what pancreatic cancer does to your stomach. There is no cure, and it just tears you up. And that little thing the size of your pinky controls everything. Controls the enzymes of digestion, controls the amount of insulin for sugar when you're eating sugar and all kinds of stuff, and it's just bad, man. It's bad. You're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. I need a manager for mine too. So I'm redoing all my content, and if he's any good, let me know. Send him my way. Let him do. If he wants to give back to the community, he can help us. Anyway, hey guys, it was good talking to you. I'm glad this is my first legitimate back to what I do, breaking down videos, giving you content. I got tons of content I haven't released yet. I got my video editor ready to go, and I'll be back. But until then, I'm back quiet reading the mail for show. See you, won't want to be ya. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. You ain't gonna touch me. You're out of policy. No, I don't have to. Get rid of some of the bias that you have for people with cameras. No. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. You ain't gonna touch me. You're out of policy. No, I don't have to. Get rid of some of the bias that you have for people with cameras.